Good morning. It's 11:30, August the 6th, and we're just heading out of Helena, Montana. Well, we just headed out. Took a while to actually get out of town and then get a hitch up to the pass. We've got about 70 miles or so to Lincoln. We're gonna split that into 2 half days, so one today because we had to get out of town, and then another half day tomorrow because we're taking a little bit of an alternate through a llama ranch, which is it's kind of along the way. And since this is a very dry stretch, that alternate has a lot more water sources than the main line, and it's apparently also a really cool place to stay. There's a very hiker friendly couple running that place, and yeah, we're looking forward to see some llamas. Helena was really a very cool stay. We spent the better part of my birthday yesterday exploring the town. We went to state capitol, went down Last Chance Gulch, which is kind of the main downtown area. Went exploring about all the old buildings that are in the town and learned a little bit about the history of the place. And we also went to the Montana Heritage Center, which apparently just opened 3 months ago. Well, it was rebuilt and then reopened 3 months ago. And that was really an extraordinarily amazing visit. It had a whole bunch of information on the history of this place, of the settlement process, the time before the settlements, their interaction between Euro-American settlers and the indigenous populations, the mining developments, and even the 20th century. So that was really very insightful, especially because there was also a lot of background information on areas and towns and regions that we already moved through. So if anybody ever comes to this place, do go there. Helena itself is also a very unusual town compared to most other stops that we came through, in as it was clearly a very wealthy city around the turn of the 19th and 20th century. So you have a whole bunch of buildings that were built during that time, which are just very fancy and ornamental, and they are just being kept in shape, and they still influence the city that you see today. So it was really neat to go there. It also was probably the last biggest city on our way to Canada, because the next 2 town stops in Lincoln and Augusta are pretty small towns, maybe a handful of hotels, small store, a couple of restaurants, but nothing compared to Helena with its 35,000 citizens and full town amenity spectrum. We also ended up seeing the Odyssey last night, and Odysseus' trip back home did remind me a little bit of our trip as well. I mean, we definitely haven't done as much fighting as they have, and we also weren't chased by cyclops. Didn't have to escape the sirens, but we are also on our way home in a way. The good thing is that we at least know why we want to go home. He didn't know that for a very long time. The weather forecast for the next 4 days, bright blue sky and sunshine, and daytime temperatures in the 90s every day. So it's going to be hot. Hope it's going to be a little cooler up here on the mountain and in the forest. But yeah, we should have good hiking weather ahead of us. Energy, what did you think about our stay in Helena?
Helena was a nice town. Shorn failed to say that it was his 40th birthday, and he got served birthday cake by a robot.
And sung a song.
Yes, which got him blushing. I picked up a food resupply box that I didn't quite need yet. I should have forwarded it, but I didn't. So now I'm carrying my snack pack, my little baby belly here. But it will eventually go down in about 2 weeks because I don't eat that much. But yeah.
One of the unfortunate things about this part of the CDT is that even though we're up on a mountain ridge and theoretically you should be able to see both west and east, you really can't because it's all smoky. There's like fires in southern Canada, there's fires in Spokane and the border region in Washington and Montana. There's also a fire just west of the Chinese Wall up in the Bob Marshall Wilderness. So it's high fire season. And even though we're not really in the vicinity of any of them, the smoke just goes all over the place and leads to the situation that you can't really see much. So coming down this valley, we already knew that there was a cabin somewhere along the way from another hiker. And we were really having a really hard time finding a campsite because it was pretty steep and a lot of it was private land. So there's a sign outside that says, weary travelers, come in, have a cookie and rest. So I think the person who owns this cabin is probably fine with us sleeping on his lawn. Nobody's home, so we're just gonna crash here for the night. And then tomorrow we only have about 8 miles to the llama farm. And that's probably gonna be done by lunch. So the main reason why we got here was because Jenna G really wanted a cookie. And there's a cookie jar. So she got a cookie and we got a camp spot and it's all good.